Hello everybody, in this video I'd like to talk about the infamous YouTube scam plaguing the platform. Recently we've seen plenty of channels get hacked, and the latest one I can recall was Linus. Well, I mean, not to question his competence in the subject, because previously even the arch nemesis of scammers, Jim Browning, got hacked in a similar fashion. In my field, I can recall Josh from 91 Tech get hacked as well. Surprisingly, the scammers did not target me, or they simply failed at it, which felt like an injustice. I've been looking for a scam email like this for months at this point, and I even asked Josh on Twitter to send me an email that managed to gain his trust, but never got an answer back. I've been ignored by scammers up until yesterday. I finally got a scam email to show you at last. Maybe it's not that well composed, but who am I to judge? The scam does work. The main idea the YouTube scam revolves around is sender spoofing. For instance, the email I got here arrived from noreply@youtube.com, and it's even mailed by Google and signed by YouTube, which is perfectly fine. That's how YouTube emails arrive. How would you not trust such a message? Well, for one thing, the email doesn't look authentic at all. Even though the sender is presumably YouTube, I still wouldn't trust this message. Let's go ahead and read it actually. Changes in YouTube rules and policies. Check the description. By YouTube team. If you received this message, you need to confirm the new monetization policy and rules. Please use the link below to download the document and confirm the rules by clicking on the link in the document. Also, the document is attached to the email. Oh my god, what a freaking disaster of English. This document is for private access only, YouTube content creators, so it is password protected. The password is 74631. Download document for Windows. There's a Google Drive link right here. What about Linux or Mac OS users? We've got plenty of those, huh? What about them? Please note that if you do not confirm these rules, your access will be restricted in 7 days, including uploading new videos, editing old videos, receiving monetization, and receiving earned monetization funds. Oh, threatening. So this scam is kinda low tier and is targeted at more security illiterate people, because I don't think anyone is going to download and run a file on their computer. It's not normal for any company or business partner to send you a file via email unless you asked for it, simply because everything is solved online and all the documents can be filled out online as well. It's too bad companies haven't promoted the no downloading email rule as much as no password sharing. It's honestly one of the 10 commandments. Double, triple, quadruple check every attachment and don't download unless you took the time to verify the email. What also played a huge role in helping developing such a stupid scam is the false rule of verify the sender. The correct sender doesn't necessarily verify the email authenticity, as shown by the email here. We've got an email from YouTube telling us to download a malicious file, potentially. As for the email itself, I'm going to disclose to you the secret formula the scam employed, and it's really simple. They just shared a video with an account associated with my business email address. And I do not use my business email address for anything aside from business inquiries and subscriber letters. So they failed on that front as well. That Krabby Patty formula can be easily derived by looking at the email header. You don't call this a header because you can show the original message and there is going to be a mail header there. I'm talking about the HTML header right here. It states that the YouTube team has apparently shared a video with me on YouTube. Hey, let's check it out.
Dear YouTube creator, I'm Sundar Pichai, the
Yo, what's up,
CEO
Sundar?
of Google. You are receiving this message because YouTube is changing its community rules
No
and
way.
monetization policy due to the current situation in the world. We have been forced to change the rates for views and statistics. You need to confirm the new rules in the attachment to this video so that you can continue to use the service.
New rules to the attachment of this video.
So need to confirm the new rules. If your channel is monetized, to avoid losing monetization, if you do not do this, you will not be able to upload videos to your account and will be disabled from the YouTube monetization system for 7 days. Please follow the new community rules to avoid this. Thank you for your...
Did you just hear? I'm going to be disabled from the YouTube monetization system for 7 days. Man, what if the week passes? Am I good? Or what the hell? Let's hear him out again.
Disabled from the YouTube monetization system for 7 days.
Only for 7 days. Not in 7 days. Just for 7 days.
Please follow the new community rules to avoid this. Thank you for your attention.
I will, my great man. Sundar, or whoever you are, the CEO of Google and Alphabet, Sundar Pichai. Let's actually Google that. CEO of Google. Sundar Pichai, that's right. They got a similar looking guy, I think. And he's looking really, really similar to the actual CEO of Google. Look, there's almost no difference whatsoever. But the video quality is like 720p, so you can't see crap. I have to download the document for Windows, the password is here. Back to the email we go. So clearly the scammers leverage the following thought process. YouTube staff upload videos on their Creator Insider channel. So that's not exactly out of ordinary for YouTube to communicate with content creators and announce important changes to their platform on their platform. It's just an unfortunate coincidence that sharing a video with someone yields a notification practically indistinguishable to important system notifications YouTube sends to other creators. Actually, I'm going to edit in a real copyright notification. Go ahead and compare it with the scam mail we got here. Sure, some subtle details are different, but the layout doesn't really change across the email notifications. I think they just designed them a while ago when private video sharing wasn't a thing yet, and email notifications were only used for system messages. As the time passed, features rolled in, they just used the same design and didn't expect such a scam in hindsight. Well, that has to be fixed as soon as possible to stop the scammers from stealing channels from our gold nuggets who don't exercise security precautions. I also think it's important content creators that got scammed share their experience so that others can learn from their mistakes. That's valuable experience, even though it's shameful, and sharing is caring. In any case, that's all I got for you with the email. But it wouldn't be an Enderman video if we didn't download and run the file just for fun. I did already analyze that file and it contains an anti-VM, so for the showcasing purposes I will boot up my anti-VM machine. Alright, we're here, and here is the link to that file. I use the link shortener because I don't have drag and drop in that VM for obvious reasons. Alright, give me the file, there we go. Password 74631, modified policy rules YouTube. The archive is 6 megabytes long, look how quickly it downloaded, but the file itself is 700. Look at that. What a discrepancy. That means the file is filled with garbage. I can hear you ask why already. The reason for garbage padding is so that you can send the file for cloud analysis. Sites like VirusTotal or Hybrid Analysis will 100% reject that file because of its size. Let's unpack it. 74631. Modified policy rules YouTube.scr. Damn, I haven't seen that trick being used in so long. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, you can actually freely change the extension of any executable file on your computer to scr or com. The reason that works is because screensavers are basically executables that you run, and due to legacy decisions, they made a separate association for screensavers. Whereas we get multiple context menu items like configure, install, and test. Whereas on executables, it's not a thing. They used to be big during the CRT era, but they are essentially no longer used, and that's what the scammers use here. If you rename it to a COM file, it's going to treat it like an MS-DOS executable. But Win32 executables are compatible with MS-DOS executables, and so it will for sure run. So here you have two of the same executables, but with different types due to associations. One of them is a screensaver, one of them is an MS-DOS application. But in reality, it's just an exe. This is why scammers resorted to an SCR extension. I'm sure they would have done something like rulesyoutube.com to make it look more plausible if it showed a PDF icon, but it doesn't, so they instead had to use SCR, not SRC, it's SCR. There you go. Of course, it's a fake PDF, and running it, we don't see any output aside from a console. This is when we know our goose is cooked and it's too late to go back. The best course of action in case you run such an executable is to force shut off the computer immediately, no waiting. Each second more data is uploaded to the scammer. Once you shut off the computer, you have to reset each one of your passwords using your phone or a tablet, basically an uninfected device. Good luck with that. And finally, you boot into safe mode without networking, install an antivirus, and go from there. Simple, yet atrocious. But this is the fallback you should resort to if you know for sure you got infected. Anyway, the file itself drops a bunch of building tools into a certain folder. I can show you using a tracer here. Gotta copy as path, paste, install, and trace. The console output starts. There you go. We find a directory where it drops everything. I go ahead and copy that. Enter that directory. No wait, I just started an executable. Directories here. See Windows Microsoft.NET Framework 64 v4 something. There you go. These are the tools it drops. And I'm sure some of the executables it builds in the process are malicious. Like add-in process 32, add-in util. If I were to guess, these executables are to inject into a browser and set up a keyboard hook or something like that to keylog you, basically. I didn't really care enough to trace it back further. It's obviously a stealer or a keylogger of sorts, and I don't really enjoy looking into them. Honorable mention, VirusTotal does not flag the archive file as a stealer. I can show it to you right now. It's 700 megabytes, 680 megabytes if we try to upload it. The maximum file limit is 650 megabytes on VirusTotal, but they're smarter. They just made it 680, 30 megabytes above, so you cannot upload it. But if we try to outplay the malware creators and add it to archive, use like ultra compression level, and then upload it to VirusTotal, it's not going to flag it. It's going to call it a zip bomb, but it will not find a stealer. So, the cloud scanner essentially fails. Don't fall victim to such a scam, and take care.